Welcome back. Eternal Dragon here with our very first Wayfinder video. Guys, you've got to try this game. It is way too much fun. I'm absolutely loving Wayfinder. It's such a great hybrid of a bunch of different things, and it's just tons of fun. So for the first video, what we are doing is the top 5 echoes that I think everybody needs to find right near the start of the game, near the start of their playthroughs. Get these 5 echoes. They will work for any build, and you're going to see a huge turnaround on your build's damage and defense with these 5 echoes. So what do echoes do? What are echoes? Let's go over echoes really quick, because this is one of those things in the game that maybe, you haven't looked at Wayfinder at all and you don't know what an echo is. This is what echoes are all about. When you kill an enemy in this game, they drop an echo of their soul. Now, it's not a 100% drop rate, and there are different levels of echoes. As you can see, we've got some green ones here, some white ones, blue and purple. White ones are common, green is uncommon, blue is rare, and then we got the epic tier here with the purples. So they can drop different tiers, you can upgrade these things, and you can equip these echoes into your character, into your weapon, and into your accessories. And so they can be very powerful, and you can come up with some really super cool combos between a bunch of the different echoes that you can equip. So these are a great way to customize your character. And here, I'll just show you the echo list if we were going to swap one out. These are all the echoes that I have currently farmed from the souls of enemies. As you can see, there's really a ton. And there are a bunch that grant you additional abilities that only come from boss echoes. So these things are great, and just an absolutely cool way to customize your builds here in Wayfinder. So the first echo that I want to go over is the Talon Echo. Now you have to proceed a little bit further in the game to find this one. Talons are found in the Reaver Woods area, which I'll show you right here. So you can find them in the Shrouded Woods, the Bone Orchard, or in the Hollow Heart. Now, Talon is a fantastic echo. It gives you ability power and crit power. This is just phenomenal for every single build. You want to up your crit power and your ability power on every build in this game, so you definitely want to find the Talon Echo. And these guys, they sort of look like barbarians, and they come and they fight you. They will be looking for you, so don't worry. If there's Talons in the areas, they come looking. So here it is, the Talon Echo, definitely the first one that you want to grab. Now the second echo that you want to make sure that you grab is a Goblin Seer Echo. These things are, again, fantastic. Huge ability boost and magic defense boost on these things. 1 or 2 on your build will make a massive difference for you. You'll be doing a ton more damage, and especially while bossing, you'll notice that you take a lot less damage. You tend to find goblins in the mine areas, so Beldome, Bloodworks, the Pit, any of these areas should work to find some Goblin Seers for you. It's a little bit more of a rare drop, because the Goblin Seer is a little bit more of a rare mob, but you'll definitely find lots. Get those Goblin Seer Echoes. You will see a huge difference when bossing if you use this one. Now the next echo I think that everybody wants to get their hands on is going to be a Bloodletter Echo. Look at this thing. Insanely high weapon power and break power. Now break power in this game helps you remove the resilience from enemies that you're fighting. It's a different type of defensive stat that exists in this game, kind of like a stamina break. And once you break through the resilience on an enemy that you are fighting, they will take significantly increased damage. So increasing your break power and your overall weapon power here with the Bloodletter Echo. This one is also found in the Reaver Woods, and I just think this one is fantastic. It should work for all builds as well. And again, it comes off of an enemy called the Bloodletter, a little bit bigger of an enemy for a little bit bigger of a payoff, but definitely something you want to grab. Okay, the fourth echo that we want to go over today is the Deadeye Shrike. Now you can start finding this enemy fairly early in the game. There are shrikes all over the place right outside of Skylight, and the Deadeye Shrike starts showing up fairly quickly as well. So anywhere in the Highlands, any place that you can fight basic Shrike human enemies, that's where you can get this thing to drop. Crit power and crit rating, an extremely high crit power, but that crit rating of 100 as well, absolutely fantastic, really helps out. makes it so you can crit way more often and do a lot more crit damage. So be on the lookout for the Deadeye Shrike Echo early on. This thing is a killer. Now, the last echo that I want to go over today is a little bit of a special one, but I really think that this echo pretty much belongs on all builds. This is the Bloodspawn Echo. This one gives you an additional ability once you equip it into one of your echo slots. Check it out, landing a heavy jump slam creates physical damage equal to 150% of your weapon power surrounding to all enemies and reduces their movement speed by 50%. It does a really cool big AoE poison splash, tons of damage, and this thing scales up really well throughout the game. So adding in a huge additional amount of damage that triggers on your slam attack is just absolutely fantastic for every single build I've seen so far. Now this actually drops off of one of the bosses very early on in the game. The first time you make it over to the mines and you fight the Bloodspawn, it has a pretty high drop rate, so you should get one first or second kill on the Bloodspawn, definitely by your fourth kill. So you want to get this Echo, you want to equip it early on, giving you a big AoE attack that only has a 30-second cooldown. You're going to find that it's almost essential for when you're leveling up, and even later on in the game, once you're at level 30 and everything's all maxed out, these slams do a ton of extra damage, and having a big AoE blast that, you know, comes out of nowhere on a group of enemies that all team up on you, very worth it. So definitely, I would say one of the top echoes that you want to get for all builds in this game, the Bloodspawn Echo. Okay, so that's it for my top 5 echoes that I think that you want to grab early game in Wayfinder and that will work for all builds. You got to check these things out. You've got to try this game. It's only in early access right now. It will be free to play come next year. Right now, it's a little bit of dinero. Not too much, completely worth the pay-in. I think the devs deserve it. So everybody, I really feel like you should check out this game. And that's it for my top 5 echoes. We'll see you with the next one. We've got builds coming. Now don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget, friends, happy gaming.
I come flexing with style and mad skills, like my name was Eternal Dragons, gameplay and builds. So come get your fill, cause you paying the bill. The conflict's critical, situation real. I'm a pop, I'm let it rock, those mark, old school 360 like an Xbox, make it hot. What you got, gonna give me gut rot? I'ma watch my watch as I watch you fly. Slowing down my lyrics for a minute.